This is where I worked when I was finished on the farm. This is my second job.
This place.
I was at that time Maler.
Yeah. And how old were you?
16 and some. 16 and 3 maybe months. So I had just turned 16 in February and I started here, I think, the end of April. And I worked here for a year and then I went to Hamburg. I didn't, just under a year. And then I went to Hamburg. And this used to be the school. This was the school. Where Ilse went, where all of them went. This used to be the only school at one time. That's the old building. And then it got too small and they built a new school. And that in the back, all of that used to be the school yard.
And is this the time period where you actually met Ilse?
Yeah.
Okay. What's that story again? How you met her?
I met her at her brother's birthday, Günther.
He had asked you out or something? Or
We had gone out for a few weeks before. You know, Saturdays and Sundays and Wednesdays. And I met her in August, around this time of August. 26th, actually, the 26th of August.
Oh.
In 54.
So you went out with Günther?
Günther.
Oh, Günther. And how many times before?
Just a couple of weeks, several weeks. So.
And what's that story you told about something about a sister?
And she, as soon as she met me, we said hello, and she said, "From now on, you're my sister." And that's how it stayed throughout our whole life.
And her mother sort of adopted you too?
Her mother and her father, both. Because her father was also a sort of orphan. He was an illegitimate child, so they kind of took me in because they knew that I was, sort of homeless. And so they said, from now on, you'll have a home here. Which was really, really very amazing during those times because things like that were just not done. So, and her mother cried when I left for America. And she put in my luggage, without me knowing, a couple of small pieces of coal, so I never will be cold, and a little piece of bread, so I will never go hungry.
That's pretty cool.
And I found it later on when I unpacked in USA. I found it. And I really was touched because, she thought of me as one of her own.
How about this family that you lived here? Were they okay?
The owner was really kind of full of himself. He thought there was nobody better in his world than him. He would always go with a very arrogant, hardly ever talk. The wife, she was okay, except when her husband was getting out of hand, then she was mean because she was angry. And they had 3 kids. There was a girl, I really liked her. Her name was...
The daughter here?
Inge. And the other one was Helga. The Helga one was just as bad as her dad. She really thought she was something special. And then they had a son. His name was Günther. Spoiled brat you've ever seen. And he's the one that inherited the whole business. And he lost it all. Lost it all. By being so arrogant, investing in bad schemes, and he lost his mother's house. She had to go and get out of the house. When
This
she was
house?
born. Yeah. He lost a couple of other places that they had because they had invested. He lost everything. And had moved away from here because of, being ashamed or being a failure. Because he was always so arrogant. He was always, his nose was higher. And when he was a little kid, he was a mean little kid. He would hit and have fits, and he was bad. So it was to be expected that nothing was going to become of him.
But while you lived with them, they treated you just like help?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But the daughter, the oldest one, Inge,
Yeah.
she was always like, even. We would have a lot of fun together. She was really nice. So, anyways,
And their last names were
Otte.
Otte. Oh, okay.
Otte.
So you had Ödla and Otte.
Yeah.